You like dinosaurs? What about incohesive storytelling? If you said yes to one or both of those questions, then you're in the right place. Hi, my name isn't George, and I make stupid videos on goofy things. Before I get into the meat of this video, I just wanted to give a quick update on my last video. I have successfully removed the ghost of Elvis Presley in my bathroom, thanks to the help of Father Philip Callahan. My balls are safe, and I no longer have to hear about hound dogs ever again. So, I recently got hit with a wave of nostalgia while at a bachelor party, and it got me thinking about things I used to watch and play as a kid. You know, Scooby-Doo, Club Penguin, Inhaling Glue, and of course, Dinotopia. Naturally, I wanted to relive some of these memories and found out that I own... Well, where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is! I own a double feature of Journey to the Center of the Earth and also Dinotopia. When I was a kid, I remember loving this movie, but unfortunately, that love did not translate into adulthood. This is one of the most messy, weird, and convoluted movies I have seen in a long time. It left me confused, frustrated, and unnaturally bloated, probably because this pile of shit is so bad that it made my own trousers an outhouse. I have no idea where my delusion kicked in, but I thought Dinotopia was a 2-hour movie. I was wrong. It's 4 hours long, but luckily it is split into 3 parts, so it's a little easier to digest. But since this is so long, I will be covering the other 2 parts in separate videos, and only covering the first part in this video. So make sure you're subscribed if you want to be alerted when those go up. Anyways, it's time to get your popcorn, buckle in, and get comfortable, because we're finally starting this fiesta.
My dearest granddaughter, your journey will not be an easy one. But you are not alone, Marion, and help will come in unexpected ways and from unfamiliar faces. Find the light.
So we're introduced to our protagonists, Carl and David, who are half-brothers, where they're about to go island hopping with their dad, and I'm not really sure what island hopping is, but...
There, we're all set.
Come on, Carl, fly the plane. You keep your airspeed above 140.
Okay.
You wake me up 20 minutes before landing.
What? It's all right, David. I think I know what I'm doing.
I love the negligence here. Their dad doesn't actually teach Carl anything. He just says, keep it above 40. But how does he keep it above 40? You didn't say how he does that. Also, Carl doesn't know where to go, I assume. So how is he supposed to wake you up when you're 20 minutes away?
Yeah, what is that? You see that? Whoa, wake up, Dad! Dad!
Where'd that come from?
We're going out of control! Hang on!
Go for the door!
The lack of logic is already so funny to me. Their dad doesn't unclip the seatbelt and just screams underwater, depleting all of his oxygen in his lungs. Look, I know people sometimes make stupid decisions when they're under intense stress and their brains tend to stop working, but screaming underwater? Would somebody really do that? Anyway, their dad is definitely dead, no question about that. And Carl and David then manage to swim to, you guessed it, Dinotopia. They eventually stumble across this dinosaur rock where they conveniently meet Cyrus Crab. Oh yeah, the Harry Potter guy. Cyrus leads them to a village where Carl immediately insults their culture.
This is really weird. Well, no, just... You don't think this is weird?
Also... Oh my god! A dinosaur! Not that it matters, but you can actually see its foot clipping through the ground. I just found that funny.
Dinosaurs died off millions of years ago.
If only, my boy, if only.
Oh!
Yes, he is.
This is Marion, the granddaughter of that grandmother from the beginning. And the show wants us to believe she's uber sexy. You can tell because of the way she stares into the distance. And it would appear she's a dinosaur whisperer because the dinosaur calms down instantly and apparently just had a toothache, to which Marion pulls immediately, very easily. And both Carl and David are super turned on by this dinosaur dentist.
Don't waste your time in the provinces. Go to Waterfall City.
Hi, just pick up your tickets over there.
Hi, my name's Carl. This is my brother Davey.
It's David. Hi.
You're not from around here, are you?
No, not exactly.
Now we're trying to get to Waterfall City.
Oh, that's my destination.
Oh.
When you arrive in Waterfall City, everything will be explained just as soon as you register.
Whoa there, lady. You don't require that somebody lives on the island for at least a year before they can register to get citizenship? Are you saying they can get in-state tuition instantly? Yeah, so they start their journey to Waterfall City, but eventually stop because the Brachiosaurus is spooked by a group of Tyrannosaurus Rexes! Which are no longer there. So Marion's all like,
there's a village nearby. We gotta go make sure they're okay.
What's happened here?
The T-Rex herd probably.
Where is everybody?
The people probably left or died. Stupid question, Marion.
Look.
The Sunstone has failed. What's a Sunstone?
It's our source of power. It keeps the outposts and settlements safe.
How?
We should get back to the Brax.
We can't. The Brax will never carry us through the storm.
No! I don't know, man. Staying in the same village that the Tyrannosaurus Rexes just destroyed seems like a questionable idea. Yeah, the Brax can't make the rest of the journey, but why does that mean they can't just go stay with the Brax anyway? Those things have armor! I would much rather take my chances with the Brachiosaurus than an abandoned Tyrannosaurus-destroyed village. So the group goes to sleep, and silly David hears a noise, to which Carl says...
No, I thought... You thought a T-Rex was coming to get you.
Yeah.
Outside, run!
Yeah, outside is safer. It's a lot harder for a T-Rex to find you and eat you when you're outside in the open.
Over here, quick.
Okay, look. I know I shouldn't complain so much, but there's absolutely no way they could have outrun that T-Rex. We literally see the T-Rex closing in on David and Carl, but when Marion trips, the T-Rex is just farther away all of a sudden? Anyway, this group of pterodactyl riders called Skyback's Corps scare the Rexes away, and Unu, the leader of Skyback's Corps, provides escort protection so the group can make it to Waterfall City, where we get a glimpse of humans and dinosaurs living side by side, and where we meet the mayor of Waterfall City, who happens to be Marion's dad. Side note though, the lack of people on the farther streets of Waterfall City is absolutely hilarious. It makes Waterfall City feel so small.
Recorded on this scroll, you can see the names of those shipwrecked souls whom destiny has delivered to our land. And we are their descendants. We would like to formally accept you into the Waterfall City Academy, where you will, after training, be given the chance to become full Dinotopian citizens and to find your saurian life partner. Yes, you will be paired with a dinosaur.
I'm sorry, what?
There's a ceremony, and we take a vow. It's like a marriage.
Huh?
We have to get off this island.
Over the centuries, a few have tried, but they've all perished on the Razor Reef.
How do you know no one's ever made it?
Had you ever heard of Dinotopia before you arrived?
No.
Exactly.
Or maybe if someone did make it, they could have, I don't know, told people they found Dinotopia, but nobody believed them because the idea of a Utopia dinosaur island sounds pretty freaking crazy if you ask me.
This is the ancient library of Dinotopia.
Gosh, I'm sorry.
No. It's perfectly all right. It was completely my fault.
This dinosaur can talk.
Did I forget to mention that dinosaurs talk?
How does the dinosaur talk?
Hey, shut up.
We are in the nut house. Yeah, I know, but what a place. I mean, it's just incredible.
As we're studying a saurian, whatever that is, you can forget it.
Why do you always turn against everything before we've even started?
What's the point when we're going home anyway?
Oh? And how are we going to do that?
You know, the more I listen to you, the more I think you want to stay here.
Of course I want to go home, but we don't know how to right now.
Pause. This is pretty much the part where Carl becomes the biggest asshole to ever asshole. Yeah, he's an asshole right now, but it only gets worse. And he constantly brings up his dead dad as like justification for his shitty behavior. I don't know if a character has ever unironically peeved me more than Carl has. It's ridiculous. He's just awful.
So all I'm saying is we should try and make the best of it.
You really don't want to leave, do you? I can't believe it.
Think about it, Carl. Don't you see that something absolutely amazing has happened to us?
No, I think watching Dad die has kind of ruined it for me.
Well, I think I know what Dad would say. No, he'd say this was a great adventure. We should be exploring and seeing things that no one's ever seen before. Maybe we should stay, just for a little while. See what life is like here.
Maybe that's because you don't have a life back home. Well, I do, and I want it back.
Look, man, I get it you want your life back, but insulting your brother like that? Asshole.
Before your grandmother, Oriana, died, she gave me this. She said it wasn't to be passed to you until after your 18th birthday. What does it say?
Find the light.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what the hell? Her grandma wrote so much more than that. Where did it go?
A sunstone.
This was her greatest treasure. The explorer Arthur Denison found it and gave it to her at least 100 years ago. It's almost perfect. Apart from the prime sunstone, I've never seen its equal.
She's very nice to look at, isn't she?
What a weird thing to say, Cyrus.
I'm sorry that your father's gone.
Yeah, so am I.
Why don't you call on me at the shop sometime?
Do one thing at a time.
Do one thing at a time.
Here are your two new classmates, David and Carl.
Breathe deep, David and Carl.
See.
So when Carl and David registered, they got something much better than in-state tuition. They got a full-ride scholarship to a children's school. So Marion lists the many codes of Dinotopia that play almost no role in the movie, but Carl draws a little picture.
Carl, that is unnecessary destruction of public property, and that is not how stegosauruses reproduce.
Okay, but does anybody else find it weird that the kids laugh at this joke? I mean, I wouldn't expect children to understand what reproduce means, but then again, these aren't ordinary children. Good lord, I'm gonna have nightmares for the rest of my life. So Marion takes the whole class to this monument that has all of the Dinotopian codes on it.
Ancient legend tells how it was brought up from the world beneath, tens of thousands of years ago.
Well, what's the world beneath?
It's a mythical place where dinosaurs were said to have found sanctuary at the dawn of time.
Rule 4, give more, take less.
Very good.
Yeah, I can read.
That the very last code is missing. All that can be made out are the first 3 letters, F-I-N. Nobody knows what the 11th code is. Would anyone like to guess what the 11th code might be?
Find a way out of here?
God, Carl is such a child.
Did you say something, Carl?
Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom. Do I need a pass?
No, but tonight's homework will be on the codes.
Homework? Forget it.
Carl is like that one kid in school who thought they were really cool, but everyone just kind of ignores them. But they continue to believe they're really cool because of their own delusion. Carl even goes to the library and creates a ping pong table out of a scroll. Ordinarily, I would find this hilarious, but given that Carl is just a total piece of shit by this point, it just annoys me. Meanwhile, David is chatting with Marion, and she wants to show him the Prime Sunstone.
Slow down, I'm dying here.
Don't be silly. This is nothing.
My sister in Christ, that's a tall-ass tower. The hell do you mean, this is nothing? When they reach the top, David proceeds to ignore the Prime Sunstone and looks at that view. Dude, I know that view is really cool, but how do you ignore the big shiny rock that demands your attention? What was going through his head when he was running up those stairs?
Oh man, I really like this girl. She's gonna show me her sunstone. But I gotta play it cool. Hard to get. Girls like that sort of thing, right? When guys don't care about the thing they're excited about? Yeah. I'll see her ankles later for sure.
This is what powers the whole of Dinotopia. It's the most powerful sunstone ever found.
What are they doing?
Every evening, the Prime Sunstone regenerates all the other sunstones across Dinotopia. It's almost time. We can watch it from here.
So where do sunstones come from?
All we know is that they're very old. Legends say that they were mined from the world beneath at the beginning of time.
How in the hell are their eyes not catching fire right now? That's brighter than one of those military-grade defensive flashlights. They're looking directly into it.
Another week and then I'm leaving.
And what's the plan?
I don't need a plan to know I have to get out of here. You got a week to decide whether you come with me or not.
We are the first in our generation to see anything like this.
They're screwing with your head, David. You just don't get it, do you?
Why don't you stop being so selfish and at least get to know this place before you condemn it?
I'm going, and you're coming with me.
Hold on, didn't Carl just say that David gets to choose whether he wants to stay or not? Why say that if you have no intention of letting him stay?
Not that you bothered to ask, but I kind of like it here.
I can't believe I'm stuck here with you.
Well, it wasn't me who was flying the plane.
What do you mean? Do you blame me for what happened to you?
Let go of me! Let go of me!
Let go of me!
If you ever say that again, I'll kill you, David. I swear I will.
Well, that took a 180.
Hey, David, I know we're not that close being half-brothers and all, but you're coming with me off this island, alive?
Or dead.
Carl goes to Cyrus, and Cyrus tells him about this place called the World Beneath, which Cyrus says most people can't agree whether it exists or not. Carl says he wants to leave Dinotopia, and Cyrus tells him he can help, but only if Carl steals a captain's logbook, which has some important information that Cyrus needs. However, the book is in an archive in the library, to which Zippo is the only one with keys to.
Sorry, Zippo.
You'll scarcely believe your eyes. The theme this year is the world beneath.
So, the world beneath that really exists?
According to legend, it was the place where the Sunstones were originally found. The heart of Dinotopia.
So there's this ceremony for Marion or whatever, where the mayor goes on this spiel of how the Sunstones were found in caves, which he admits was the world beneath. Which is weird because Cyrus says that many people don't believe it exists, and Zippo implies it by calling it a legend. But also, if it's believed to be fact that these Sunstones came from the world beneath, then who doesn't believe in the world beneath? Huh? I want names.
Not knowing that this was night.
What is she? Iron Man?
I really enjoyed the show.
It was a ceremony. Thank you. Carl, I want you to come back and finish the course.
Look, I can't do school. Never have.
If you can't bear school, I'll spend an hour a day teaching you personally.
Okay, deal.
Oh, Carl, you horny bastard. You suck.
And in return, you'll sit for your footprint exam. You have an hour to answer in any way you wish.
Zippo, you look upset. What's wrong?
A book has been stolen.
Really? Look, Zippo, books get stolen from libraries all the time.
Not in Dinotopia. It's inconceivable to steal knowledge that should be for all.
Why the hell would Carl go back to the library after already stealing the book? Is he stupid? Yes. Yes, he is. How Zippo doesn't notice how obviously guilty Carl is beyond me. So side note, they're writing in footprint language, which is the primary language Dinotopians write in, and David gave Carl this beginner's guide to learning footprint language maybe a day or two ago. At least, that's the impression of time that I got. And we all know that Carl hates everything Dinotopia, and he already quit school. So can someone explain to me, how in the hell did he become fluent enough in this language to write an answer with only like 15 seconds left on the timer?
You said you'd help me get off this island.
I'm a man of my word. I just need to study this book. A little bit of patience. I'll find the wreck of the one that didn't make it through. Just need to get something from the wreck.
Wait a minute. You said it way off the island. That was the deal.
If you want to come with me, be here tomorrow at midnight. But come alone.
No, I can't go without my brother.
Half-brother, who you said you'd kill earlier.
Let me show you something, Carl. Horrible when it happens to kin, isn't it? Seeing them sucked in.
He's still my brother. I can't just leave him here.
Was your brother.
Was never your brother. Not fully, anyway.
The question we asked was perhaps the most important question any Dinotopian can be asked. How are we to live?
Wait, really? That's the most important question you can ask? That's so broad. You could easily just answer it by saying, water and food.
But perhaps the finest answer we have ever had was written by Carl.
Is this the real life? Or is it a fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies, and see.
Brilliant.
It's the lyrics to Bohemian Rhapsody.
God, Carl sucks.
Have you ever done anything in your life when you haven't cheated?
Taking this Dinotopia stuff way too seriously.
What is it you've got against this place? I think you're still trying to blame Dad's dying at Dinotopia. Is that it?
Hey, leave Dad out of it.
I'd be glad to. And let's face it, he pretty much left us out of his life.
Don't talk about him like that.
Not gonna lie, David kinda sucks right now too.
Well, he dumped my mother, then he did the same to yours, but you still worship him.
Don't talk like that.
You know what? Without Dad around, I feel free. I'm almost glad he's gone.
Oh, shoot! Dude, you got him in chokehold. Oh, whoa, guys, there's a balcony there. There was a balcony there. Yeah, so anyway, they're definitely dead.
My dear, those two were just never suitable for a Dinotopian education.
But, Father, I really do feel it's my duty to look for them.
Marion, they've gone. Now, we have searched, but nobody's found any sign.
How the shit did they know they're missing? It's the same time of day, and nobody saw Carl and David fighting and fall off that balcony earlier, so is she like a witch or something? From the Dino Whisperer thing to this, I'm not convinced she isn't a witch. Yeah, so Marion and Zippo leave the city and search for David and Carl, and Marion takes the messenger bird, which is how Dinotopians primarily communicate over long distances, and for some reason, Marion goes into the forest to release the bird.
How can I help?
Message reads, are you Carl or David?
Destination of message?
Follow the river as far as you can until sunset. Oh,
So what do we do now?
wait.
Okay, two things. One, why didn't she just give the message to the bird in the city? And two, how does she know where to tell the bird to go? As I recall, there's also a bridge to enter Dinotopia, and for all she should know, David and Carl are just lost in the city somewhere. How does she know? What is going on?
Stay with me. We're almost there.
Obviously, Carl and David aren't dead, but David is really sick, and they stumble across an old ancient ruin or temple. Sure wonder what that could be. Look, I know Carl is probably thirsty and doesn't know there's a bunch of prehistoric monsters waiting to kill him, but why would he drink that water anyway? It's a swamp! That water is more likely gonna kill you than quench your thirst. So the bird finds Carl just before he gets unalived, though the show would be much better if he did get unalived, and Zippo and Marion get there literally 10 seconds later, which makes you wonder how they couldn't just find David and Carl without the bird.
He's very far away.
What's she doing?
Well, Carl, it would appear she is touching David without his consent. Okay, nope, she's a witch. She's a witch. Burn her at the stake. Nope, she weighs the same as a duck.
This temple has been lost for centuries. Look, here, Ogthar, the great king of the world beneath. Legend says he was half man, half dinosaur. Quite remarkable.
Did he say half man and half dinosaur? How? Did humans and dinosaurs, like, evolve compatible reproductive organs or something?
This must lead to one of the entrances to the world beneath.
What? That's an entrance to the world beneath? Who could have guessed?
But
What's it, Bo?
the legend has it that all the entrances are guarded by carnivores. The carnivores will think we are violating their sacred space.
Well, don't worry. I haven't seen any carnivores lately.
Oh, Carl, no. You don't say that. You jinxed it. You jinxed it. Oh, Carl.
Oh my God. We have to get out of here and fast. Come on.
Zippo, get out of there now!
You really must see this. These carvings are quite unique.
Zippo, we must go! Come on!
What's wrong? Marion?
Wow, the urgency feels so urgent. Just pristine urgency. But seriously though, considering this is a matter of life and death, it's very surprising to me that Marion doesn't just like physically grab Zippo and instead just says her thing and just leaves.
can make it. Come on.
Oh, no.
Run, Marion!
Marion!
Come on, you can make it.
Easy for you to say, Carl. There wasn't a meat-eating dinosaur on the bridge when you crossed. Why did she stop?
Jump, Marion, jump!
Okay, either Carl is as strong as Superman, or that dinosaur is as strong as Popeye pre-spinach, because that dinosaur should have had no problem pulling him in and eating the both of them. And that's the end of part 1. Kind of a weird place to end, but whatever. That was obviously a wild mess, and there's a lot of weird stuff that happened. The writing is confusing and weird and awkward. Same with the directing, and the characters are, I don't know, not compelling or consistent at all. Like, Carl is a complete asshole, and we're supposed to like him, and David is bipolar and definitely hated his dad, and then Zippo is a dinosaur and smart or something, and Marion is also there. And a witch. And just to reiterate, this is not the craziest or most convoluted this show gets. It just goes down from here. We have more horniness, weird characters, and even weirder plot elements to look at in the next 2 parts. Hey, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed me making fun of this movie from 2002. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I do plan on making more videos to cover the next 2 parts of Dinotopia, so definitely consider subscribing so you can get notified when those go live. Anywho, Goobers, if you ever meet someone named Armalio Gargantuan, give them a big ol' kiss on the cheek for me, and tell them they have a sick name. And also make sure to lock your doors before going into the bathroom, because you never know when someone might just stumble in uninvited. You smell like corn nuts, and good night.